T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Miss Tia.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Miss T.
Can't wait for you to meet Miss T. She is the T in T.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sweet Tea Time. And I have a very, very special guest, which I'm still getting to know this dynamic human called Storm. And Storm, she truly is. She really is blowing through industry, blowing through the world, you know, making sure that the world, number one, don't forget she was here. Number two, she caused a little bit of chaos in a good way. And number three, she's showing up as her. Is Storm, and she's writing her own story. She's making her own way. And today I'm hoping that she'll just give us all, just bless us all with the who and the why, the where and the what. Like, what did it take to make a Storm like you? So please, Mama, introduce yourself and then let us have it. And if I have some questions, I'm just going to chime in with the questions. But
Please.
we really just want to know you.
Okay, I'm Storm Debarge. I'm a professional movement artist, choreographer, director, movement artist. I also help coach and things like that with artists. I mentor. I just love to be a human being that can be an artist in all ways. Like, I just love to create. I love to dance, of course, and I love to watch people dance. I love music. I love the dynamic of just artistry, period, altogether. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm from Oakland. You from LA, but like the LA part, the part. Like, I'm from the part. So you say Bay Area, people go like, oh, yeah, area. And it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm from the other part.
Yeah.
So people like, yeah. Like, don't go there. Tell us about what you're from and why dance. Because I know why I dance. Through survival, but why dance?
I think it's always funny when people ask me that question because the why, like my why dance came in like two different forms.
Sure.
Mom, super musically inclined. So always good music in the household, which us Black people just know how to dance and groove and just like feel what the music is already. I think my mom realized that at a young age for me, but she also was an alcoholic. She was a part of NA and things like that. So they actually had dances after the meeting. So my mom was a single parent mom. So for their like, oh, let's have fun for the end of the week of all these meetings that you guys are going to, let's have dances. So Friday and Saturdays were like the party times for them. So it's like a sober party with really good music.
But it was a part of the healing process too.
Yes, because it's like we're sitting in these meetings listening to each other's stories. It's kind of sad, kind of crazy, but also let's just celebrate the fact that we are keeping this literally for real. So you're able to bring your kids, of course, because there's no drugs, there's no alcohol. Like, why couldn't we come?
But you know, I've never heard of, you know, you hear the NA meeting.
Yeah.
Alcoholic Anonymous meetings.
Yeah.
The AA meetings. I've never heard
narcotics. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I think that is so important.
Yes.
People don't celebrate. And what's hard? Being sober.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah. Especially when you hear the stories. Like, I used to be a kid in those meetings just listening. At first, like, being super young, I was just there because my mom was there. So I would just be mad. Like, why are we still sitting here for 3 hours? Yeah. But then when the dances came along, it was like, oh, I'm going with my mama today. Yeah. Like, I don't need to get a babysitter. It's fine. Like, I'm going to go with her. Aww. It's fine. And then the dances would come and they're all older than me. You know, they're grown. Yeah. So they would play music. And that's how kind of like where I feel like I found a little bit like dancing with them, wanting to go all the time, learning all the dance lines, the line dances, and just dancing with them every weekend. And it's funny because now they're all older. They're like in their 60s, turning 70s and stuff. And they're like, look at little Storm. Like, remember we used to dance with you on the dance floor and stuff. And I'm still Facebook friends with them. So it's just really cool to have that. And then, of course, once like kind of life started getting a little crazier as I got older, my mom married someone and she relapsed. Yes, she relapsed, and I didn't really understand that dynamic until I got to like 7th, 8th grade. Like, I had to be with my mom through like all the boyfriends, all the, now she's single, then she's not, now we're hanging out with him, we're going here, he's at our house, we're here. Everything she had to go through with them, I had to see everything.
You experienced it too.
Yes, literally. And it's crazy because it felt like I was getting like connected to all the boyfriends in a way. Like, I loved him being around. Oh, yes. I get candy and shoes and things and all the things. But then it's like, he's gone. And then somebody else is coming. And I'm like, wait, no, where'd he go? So I had those moments a lot. And then dance was still there because I was going to the NA dances still, like still all the way until I like was growing up. And then I had to leave. Still my mom. Still my mom. Like even in some moments when she didn't want to go from wherever she was going through, I was still contact. So I had like cousins that I grew up with because they also were there with me when I was a kid all the way till like we're grown now. So I would call them my cousins. So I'm like, y'all going? Like, I go with your dad? Like, we'll pick you up. Like stuff like that. If my mom didn't want to go. But that kind of happened. And then the jerking era came, and that was like a really big era for us in LA and out here too, because I came to the Bay when I was 15, and we had LA versus the Bay. Yeah. And that was insane. Yeah, and we came and we battled the Bay, and it was fun.
Oh, I just got chills.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun because I was like, oh my God, I want to go to the Bay. I always hear about the Bay. I always hear the rappers. I love E40. I love Too Short. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my God, we're going to the Bay. So we drove down here. I think it took about like 4 or 5 hours, but we stopped a couple times, and then we got here and we just danced all day with the Bay, and it was so fun. And I was like, oh my God, where are we? Like, I'm feeling this. It was different, but I felt like we had similarities through the dancers and just how like gritty and like tough, and like I'm like, oh my God, I like where I'm at right now. So that was fun. And then the jerking era kind of was like my that was my diary. Like that's where I would go and jerk all day with my friends, and we'll meet up at parks and malls and get kicked out. So I wasn't really at home. At this point, my mom already had relapsed. So she was opioid, the pills, the drinking, all the things, going through the relationship stuff with my stepdad and all the things. So I was just like, I don't got time for this. Like, I'm about to go. So I would just like get up, go dance. Yeah, like just go dance with my friends all day. She would tell them to come over. Sometimes they'll come to the house, and she'll cook sometimes and have snacks and things. But like, I'm not realizing the times where I would need to eat and she'll be asleep all day. I'm thinking she just tired. No. Or like falling asleep driving while driving us somewhere. Like just like, you know, like just all these like weird little things. And I'm like, this is so much. Like, what is going on? I don't like this. So I would just disappear.
But you knew it was so much.
Yeah.
But you do know you're unique in that respect. So, you know, my mom, single mom, 6 kids, all things, we grew up that way. I didn't realize that there was something wrong. You know, I knew I didn't like it. And I knew it was like really crappy, but it just how it was. Like that's how it was for as long as I can remember. That's how it was. And it wasn't until, and again, dance and being with people and learning things that I got out of it, then looked at it and think like, well, she not living like that. He not living like that. They not living like that. But it wasn't until I got off my 10-mile radius that I could even see, like, wait a second, this ain't normal? Wait a second, this ain't normal? And then that's when I learned, like, wait a second, people pay you to do this?
Yes.
I had no idea people got paid to dance.
Like what?
But it wasn't, I think I was maybe 19. Got out of it, and then looking at it, and someone said, hey, will you choreograph? I was like, what's a choreograph? Like,
what you asking me to do?
Like, in the books. What's a choreograph? I don't know what a choreograph is. I say, yes, $200. We gonna
what?
Eat. Yes.
Yes.
We gonna eat. And so again, I didn't know. So which point did you grow to the place where you're like, well, hold on a second. This is because I can't say this ain't right, because it was just how it was. This is not exactly what I want, and I think I can do it different. When did you arrive to that?
It took a while, because then I actually ended up leaving my mom, I think, what was that, my freshman year? I feel like I always said 8th grade summer going to 9th grade, but I was homeschooled my 9th grade year. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Like, she signed me up.
School is hard.
Yeah, she signed me up, and I was so confused on why. I never knew the reason really why, but she would always just tell me like, oh, it's better or something. But she risked a lot when I was younger, because I talked about it in the video about how I'm bilingual in Spanish, and how she used to travel and struggle to get me to this school in Santa Monica. Okay. So she would struggle to get me to this bilingual school that taught us all subjects in Spanish. Okay. So it went with me all the way from elementary school to middle school to high school. Yeah. So I kind of enrolled myself into public school after that 1 year. So going from the 9th grade homeschooling into the summer of 10th grade, I had to leave my mom. And then I was like, well, I think I can go to my friend's house in Orange County. Like, I think I could do that. So I hit them. They're like, yeah, come. Like, it's the summer. It's fine. Like, you can stay here however long you want. So she dropped me off at the train. I went to Union Station, got on the train to Orange County, and I stayed with them for a very long time. But then school was coming back up. So the mom was like, they're about to go back to school. Like, what are you about to do? Because the school time's coming. Summer's fine. You could be here whatever. But school, what are you doing for school? I'm like, dang, I think my middle school is connected to my high school, Santa Monica High. So I can just go there and see. So I went by myself. I went and I was like, well, I could start school, right? Like, they're like, yeah, we have our information. It's fine. So that's when I started school, 10th grade at Santa Monica High. And then at that point, I was staying with different people. So I remember I stayed with my homegirl, Monica. I was like house hopping.
Did your school even know you were homeless?
No.
So just, I got to make this point clear. I got to make this clear because we have a lot of people in leadership positions that are trying to understand how to help triage an epidemic called homelessness. Now she's spectacular and she beat the odds, but that's exactly how, again, same thing. We don't know. We just in survival mode.
Yeah, no, survival mode. Yeah.
No, you're just trying to survive. You don't know that you fit a demographic of people that's now overpopulating the planet. And they everywhere. So again, when I say that there's something to be said when a person severely beats the odds. Yeah. And sometimes you can focus on, oh, but she did this. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did this. You want to know the real victory?
Yeah.
She beat homelessness as a kid.
Yeah.
So she's saying something like she couch surfed, she house hopped. That was her willingness to survive by any means necessary. So when you ask the question, how does someone achieve all of these things? It started here. Please keep going.
Yeah. So I was just asking the homegirls and my friends, like, I can stay with you real quick. So like, you know, parents would be like, yeah, they can sleep over like one time. And then it'll like turn into like, oh, she's back. And like, could she eat dinner with us? And like, so that was happening. And then I joined the football team. So I was the first and only girl at my high school to play football. So that ended up happening. Yeah, I was just like, why can't I? Like my friends were like, we go up to the school and we watch them play. They do their summer camp. And I'm like, I'm down to go. So I just went and I was watching it. I love football anyway. So I'm just like watching them cool. And then the homies was like, you should be on a football team. Yeah. Like, you be hanging out with us a lot.
But y'all gotta know, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'2". Like,
she weigh a good solid 102 but she on the football team.
That was the funniest joke. That's why I was like, what are you doing? They were like, you could be a kicker. I'm like, yeah, I did play soccer in elementary school. They're like, yeah, come on, let me teach you. So we were on the baseball field. They were on the football field practicing. They're like, come on, I'm gonna take you over there. So I'm like, cool. We walked in front of the head coach. I'm like, hey, I just want to try out. He like, for what? And I'm like, to be a kicker. And he's like, yeah, okay, come on. So I did it. He like, come back to practice tomorrow. And then all the boys were just like, she's not going to last. Like once we start Hell Week, she's just here to just say she did something. And I'm like, honestly, my friends just told me to do it. And I kind of don't have nothing else to do right now. So I think I should just do it. Made the team, passed Hell Week. And I was on the team from my sophomore year to my senior year. Wow. So that was like something that also kept a lot of my time too, where I was like, okay, I don't have the family aspect. I'm bouncing around. I end up living with one of my friends I met because her dad was also part of NA and our parents knew each other through that. So we knew each other. And I just asked her, like, can I live with y'all? And she was like, let me ask. And then we were staying with Big Mama, rest in peace, Big Mama. And she was already in her 90s. So she was just like, yeah, she could stay with us. So her dad built us like 2 twin beds. No, literally 2 twin beds in her room.
Big Mama.
I lived there. They took care of me. Like it was whatever. I remember my mom and my dad tried to come back in my life. And we had a moment where they'll pull up and like, EBT, they'll give me the EBT card and I'll get groceries for the house and little things like that. Just trying to like build the relationship back, kind of see like what they got going on. Cause it was just kind of weird at times. And then I remember I got my EBT and I had my jobs and stuff like that. And I wanted to look out for them. And I remember this specific moment where my dad was like, oh, we got a house now. Like we got a house. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, I'm down to move back with y'all. So I remember I went with them for a couple of days. They pulled up, they had a red van. He took out all the seats. Made it real comfy, put a mattress in there, had the TV in there, had everything right. That was the house. So we pulled up to his job where he was cleaning people's houses. And I'm thinking in my brain, like, oh, we're just here. Then we're going to go to the house. So we end up going back into the van. It's like 9 p.m. So I'm like, where are we going? And then my mom was just like, this is where we've been sleeping. And I'm like, what? So me, his son, my mom, and him all slept in there. Like, sardine. We all slept in there, sardined. Yes. So I'm hot because at this point, everybody knows me at school. So I'm like, I'm popular at school. The girlies know me. I can't live in a van. What is going on? I got the fits on. I'm pulling up to school. Hair's always done. Politicking, always think how to kick me out of class, like class clown. And you're going to tell me that you want me to sleep in a van.
We're going to be here.
I'd rather go stay with Big Mama. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm going back to Big Mama.
You know what I'm saying? So I stood with them for like 2 days and I just had an attitude every day.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, walk down the street and turn left and we're right here. And I'm like, so you guys are close to the school? Oh, no. So I was like, I love y'all, but this not going to work. Like, I can't do this with y'all. And I already don't even feel like we have that relationship for real. Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing? So then they got mad at me for that. Yeah. Ended up going back living with Big Mama. And then Laura, my friend, she ended up graduating. So she was a year before me. So at this point now I'm a junior. Yeah. She's a senior and she ended up graduating. Yeah. So they were like, you can't stay here no more. So I was like, damn. So I got close with the boys, of course. Now I'm a senior, and me and this boy named Josh, we've been going to the same school since middle school. And his mom was like the team mom, and she always just showed up, like just always, whatever you need, bring you food, whatever. Loved me.
Were they aware of your situation?
Nobody at the school, like even my friends, they didn't know. The only person I really knew was like Laura and like our little homegirl group, but everything else, nobody knew what was going on, like at all.
Just pause you for a second, baby. I was impressed with you before. I'm so impressed with you. I'm sitting here. I got chills. I'm so impressed with you.
I had to make it work. I had to make it work. I had to make it work.
I'm not even playing.
I had to make it work.
But you talking about it like you didn't just do something so freaking ginormous. Like you talking about it, and it's a massive thing what you've done.
Yes.
What you've survived. And then I can tell you all this. If you just have a conversation with her, you would never know. There's no marring. Mm-hmm. There may be scarring, but you never know. Mm-hmm. And so what's important to me, and we'll get to this at some point, is I struggled emotionally and I struggled mentally overcoming my path. You telling me my story, which is why I'm sitting here just like, oh my God, Jesus, this is okay. Yes. Okay. So this is a healing thing for me too. Yes. Because I'm listening to you talk. And one of the frustrating things for me is the reason I built everything I built, the reason this company exists, the reason I do what I do, my ultimate core why is you. Mm-hmm. It's you. And so you telling me all the things that you endured, but you're doing it in a way that it's healthy. Mm-hmm. You're not angry. Not anymore. You're very clearly a problem solver. Mm-hmm. And then I don't hear bitter. And I don't hear unforgiveness. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how much people, and then I don't know how much people understand that that's the kind of stuff, it'll tank you. Yeah. Like you won't be able to have any kind of success in life. Yes. And then the other thing I hear is you are extremely resourceful. Mm-hmm. You do well with trusting people, the right people. Yes. And then your agility game is bananas. Mm-hmm. And I think, when people look at they don't understand that those are the very qualities required to fully become. Yes. So I want you to finish saying what you're saying. But if you can't circle into that. Yeah, we're circling into that. People don't understand the importance of that. Yeah. Because I feel like while it was going on too, I just started figuring it out. Like, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be like the people that were in her life that like let her down. I was sick of just seeing that things were not working and that the same decision that everybody was making it just wasn't coming back the right way. Yeah. Like, I'm like, nah, like it's impossible. I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't even want to feel like that. Yeah. I feel happy where I'm at and where I'm going. So when I asked Josh to ask his mom, which is my godmom now, so we're really close. Yeah. I'm like, can I live with y'all? Like, Laura graduated last week and they only gave me a week to figure something out. He like, let me ask her. Asked her, they pulled up the same day. Carried all my stuff out of Big Mama house, moved in. I moved into Josh's room. He lived in the living room. Wow. And they just had a beautiful home and they welcomed me with open arms. And I was just like, okay, we're here now. And it made me struggle though with like the family dynamic because they're such a family. Like they had an older brother. They had the dad. It was just like, we're eating dinner together. Yeah. We're like doing Christmas and Thanksgiving. Did you kind of rebel against it? Because
not in a crazy way.
Did you ever feel like the bottom was going to fall out of that?
Yeah. Like I was like, oh my my
You
gosh.
didn't embrace it? 'Cause
No, I
remember
didn't.
feeling
I was in the
like, I didn't
room.
embrace it just in case.
I'd be in a room. Like, I used to be in a room.
Temporary. Is it temporary?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm
fall
gonna
in
be
love with
here.
y'all.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it's probably gonna be a month here. Like, I used to just talk to my friends, like, you good? Like, you can come here. I'm like, I feel like it's working. Like, I feel like might be working. I don't know. And then she was just so open. Like, you want to come with me shopping? Do you want this? Like, I'm like, what? Gift?
She had boys.
Yeah, she had 2 boys. So then when I came, it was like, oh my gosh.
So you were a gift and a blessing
Yes.
to her.
Just like she was to me.
Wow.
Yes.
Come on.
So senior year was like great to her because she's like, oh my gosh, like I can help you. Yes. That's her literally how you are. She's like, I got my daughter. I got the girl.
You gonna make me cry. Now you know I don't be crying. I'm not a crier, but she literally, you about to make me cry.
That's me. I'll be like,
Like, no, you gotta be strong.
Yes. Johanna, shout out to Miss DLR. Miss DLR. I love her so much. She just taught me a lot too. Like taxes, life, school. Like she's like, do you know about this? And I'm like, no. She's like, what? And then she would also be like, I don't want you to kick your parents out your life still. Like they're able to come here and see you if you want them to. If you want them to. I'm not going to make you do that. Yeah. So they came over. Yeah. She's like, they came over like twice and then she felt the energy and she was like, okay, no, like we're working on you right now. Yeah. No. And I'm like, no, I just wanted to let you know I wanted to try, but I don't want that. And it sucks to say because I've seen my friends with their parents and seen how much they love their mom and see how much they love their dad and how they respect them. And I'm like, I respect them. I'm like, but I had to choose myself because I'm like going forward, I can't allow that in my life because it's going to take me down. Then I'm not going to be able to get to where I need to go.
And people wonder, how come I'm not achieving? How come I'm not climbing? I say this all the time. You got to check your associations.
You have to.
Examine your circle regularly because sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's the people around you. And I get hopeful. Like I'm one of them people, like I hope for the best in everybody. I hope for it. So I invite people into stuff and then they start poking holes in the success balloon. And then all of a sudden I'm
like, what's going on?
I'm like, what's going on? It's this little mother sucker. Mm-hmm. And so one of the hardest things for me is breaking up with people that you love.
You have
again
to.
and again and again and again.
And it happens in cycles. Yes. Like it'll be in your 20s, your 30s. Like it happens all the time. So I'm like, yeah, this person's not going anymore. They're like, oh, where's so-and-so? I'm like, fell off the train. That's it. Like the train got to keep going. We take stops. Yep. And they can get on. And they can stay. But they're going to get off. Yeah. And sometimes I'll kick you off. Yeah. But sometimes they gradually let themselves get off. Yeah. And you have to like really pay attention to those things. So yeah, I stood by with the DLRs. But once that happened, I remember she used to paint my nails. Oh, so such a girly girl thing. She used to paint my nails on game days and straighten my hair. I'm like, yeah, like, so I'm just trying to get that relationship back. And like I said, I used to like stay in the room on Christmas and Thanksgiving and they used to knock on the door like, we have gifts for you.
But did they understand that?
They understood it. Yeah.
It was a thing to help you cope with the moment because of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people, I still have moments where I just need to be alone for a second to kind of collect myself and process, all the stuff. Because it's still lightweight challenging for me.
It's really weird to me.
When the victory is really, really big. Yeah. You want to go to the people and be like, and you want to share it with the people that you love. That you should be, sharing the stuff with. Yeah. Sometimes I still have to retreat.
Yes.
I go back into my turtle shell and I'm like, I gotta figure this out.
My turtle shell is huge. I'll be like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Actually, leftovers. Yeah, I could do that with y'all. Yeah, like.
But you give yourself permission to do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good, baby.
So grew from there. I stood with her. And her rule was job and school. Mm. So when we graduated, it was like, you're not about to be around here just chilling. Like, we're not doing that. So I always had a job, always had 2 or 3 jobs all the time. I think my struggle was the college thing. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. And my friends were all getting accepted into the colleges and to like all the top colleges. And I'm like, dang, I don't know what I want to do. Yeah. But in her brain, she like, oh, you're doing this. You're doing everything because you're going to we're going to see where you can get into. And I already knew in my brain, like, I'm just going to stay at the junior college that was around. Okay. But I still applied to other schools. I went to college visits. Like, I did do all those things. I didn't know if I wanted to play football still. Like, my coach was like, you can. Like, if you want to, I have connections if you want to be a kicker. But at that point, my godbrother passed away when I was in 10th grade.
Oh, my God.
So I kind of was like iffy on the dance thing. And that's why when football came, it came at the perfect time because I wasn't dancing as much. So I was just dancing at parties, going out on the weekends with the girlies and, you know, moving around, dancing around, getting recorded. Like they're like, oh, she's dancing, she two-stepping, yes, ah. But in my brain, that's just regular LA things we do. Yeah, like that's what we do. We just chill, we hang. Yeah. But once he passed, I was like, yeah, nah, probably not gonna be making videos on Instagram like that. Just be chilling. Gonna play football. So by the time we got to senior year and it was decided to make a decision, it was, are you going to school? Are you dancing? What are you doing? So I was like, well, I'm going to stay junior college. That's local. Yep. And then I'm going to dance. Okay. So that's when I entered.
What made you pick dance? Because you wasn't doing it.
I realized that if I decided to play football, it was 9 times out of 10 that I was going to get hurt because at this point we're playing with men. Yeah. We're not playing with kids in high school. So I was like, if I get hurt off one little push, rocker, I'm going to be sick to my stomach that I've hurt myself. Yeah. So I was like, and I just owe it to, I think I had a conversation with my friend. I'm like, I just owe it to my god brother and owe it to like just me as a little girl. Like I just have to keep dancing. But once all that happened, chose dance. Cool. Stayed with God mom. To honor and just to be like, I love dance. Like I realized it, like I really do. So I started clowning with Boomer because Boomer was like, mind you, that's something that's culturally that happens around in LA. Yeah. You can really be driving on a Saturday and see the car and see the clowns hopping out. Yeah. You'll be at a party and just like mimic what you see as a kid. But then I'm like, nah, like I actually want to learn how to like eat it up. So he was like, I love the way you dance. What's up? And then I went to his house the next day and been with him ever since every day. So now that we're going on like 11 years. So I'm just like, yeah, I love the clown stuff. And that's when I got into that. And I was like, oh, now I have a diary and a journal and I have something that I can like let all this anger out. It's so aggressive, but it's also so fun and I can show my personality. So shout out to Boomer because he dealt with me. And you're still dealing with me, friend. But it was just a beautiful moment to have that. And then also just to give back to the LA culture. And Schoolboy had a lot of moments in LA culture and a lot of people being like, dang, you're still going. Like how are you still going?
But that's been the thread through your whole life. Mm-hmm. Is that knock down, get back up, knock down, get back up, knock down, get back up.
Literally.
Get kicked out, find another way. Not this way, okay, be agile. So you've been juking people on this field for life, like since you was little.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I think if you stay in the whole football analogy, it's, and I'm not trying to leap too far ahead, but when I think about what you've done creatively, combining dance with, let's say, one of the biggest competitions in the world, Super Bowl.
No, that's why it was a 360 moment. It was insane.
Because you ended up back on the field.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The game that you love, doing the talent that you love, marrying the two together. And then again, career-wise, just juking things. Like, okay, she's not supposed to do this, or she's not supposed to be having that, or she's
crazy.
You know, this life says that she shouldn't be here, but she's really here. So I just, you know, when I think about you in my mind and I think about you in my spirit, it's just like you juking landmines left and right.
Yeah, I knew
Not easy, though.
Not easy, though.
Not easy, though.
Dealing with people, friends.
Not easy. And I think the beautiful thing is you are so willing to come back and pull somebody in, pull somebody up, and pull somebody forward. Like you shared a game so real and so specifically that if folks is missing it after a conversation,
it's like, bro,
they just wasn't listening.
Yeah, no facts. It's crazy.
Wasn't listening.
Yes.
And they don't really want it.
Yeah.
They wanted you to do it for them.
Yeah. And I'm not. Like, that's why I don't have time for excuses. Like, I'm the excuse, like, person. I'm like, guys, excuses is never going to work with me. Like, you're telling me you can't do this because of what? Nah, like I literally had to.
Go back and look
I'm like, if we, today, like, what are we doing? So I think that's number one. And then like just living life after that. Like once I got with Boomer, I was still trying to figure out the living situation. Yeah. Luckily, the Boys and Girls Club, I worked with them since I was a kid. Yeah. So I went. So basically, backstory: I was 8 years old and I went to the Boys and Girls Club. My mom was picking me up late, and it was only 2 of us that were getting picked up late. And it's really adamant that you have to be there on time to get your kid because they're off work.
Yeah.
So there was a specific staff member. His name was B-Lin, and he was 18. I was 8. So he would stay all the time and be like, I already know Storm, I'm finna be late picking her up, or we already know we gotta wait right here. Yeah. So he liked to dance. So he used to dance around like the club, cleaning. I used to just go back in the club when he used to clean up and just playing music, dancing and stuff. Yeah. And I loved B-Lin. Me and B-Lin are still cool to this day. So he also was somebody that I did the whole Boys and Girls Club thing with. So by the time I turned 18, my first job was the Boys and Girls Club because I was able to work where he started working at. Yeah. So I was working there with the kids, had my dance programs there, did all the programs or whatever. And then we got to a site that was like for low income.
Yeah.
And we got to a site where we had our small boys and girls club there. So it was just me and him.
Yeah.
So at this point now, I think I'm like, 20, 21, and I'm finding the dance world. Like I'm finding out NoHo is 20 minutes away and I can get there and go to auditions. And I didn't know you can get paid to dance. And I didn't know these things.
So
I'm
tell me
just,
how you felt in that moment. You're
I'm like,
"Wait a second,
yo."
pay for this? I was shocked.
I'm like, yo, what?
You gonna pay me just to do this?
Y'all are dancing behind stars and getting paid and y'all doing y'all teaching class and you're what? Like none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
So now I'm figuring this out and Boomer's like, no, like I'll drive you to the auditions. I'll drive you to these jobs. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So now I'm just doing things for free, showing up for people doing like free dance jobs and showing up and things like that. So I'm like, okay, this is dope. But I kind of was getting late to work and leaving work early. So I would tell B-Lynn like, I'm going to be late because I have to go to audition or I have to leave at 3 and I can't leave at 5. And so he understood.
Yeah.
So at this point, I remember I had a rehearsal for a job that I was actually getting paid for. And I told him like, I'm not going to make it to work. Like, I don't think I'll make it at 3. Like, I'm still here. And he was like, you know what? I think your time is here. So I'm going to pay you out for the rest of the month and you don't have to come back. I think you're going to be fine. So my last job was in 2017 with him. And I haven't had like a 9 to 5 since then.
You most certainly have.
Well, yes, no, it's our 9 to 5.
Shoot.
No, yes.
It's more like
but
2 a.m.
It's
to freaking
it's 24 hours,
that
actually.
hard.
Let's talk about that. But that was my last time going in for a shift. And he was like, go do your thing. So and he was the first person to help me get my last $100 for my first car. So everybody was just like there for me in a way because they like, we've been watching her since she was a kid, figure it out. So yeah. And then that's when I started booking and I was like, oh snap. And I signed to my first agency, but they gave me one job, 2019, which I was really happy about. I did like a music video for this artist. Yeah. And then COVID came. And then I was like, dang. Yeah. What am I about to do?
You practice agility for years.
Yes.
So if you did
I figured it out.
COVID, I went from, don't be mad at me. I went from one company to 7 during that pandemic.
You had to, yeah.
So
I'm figuring it out. So boom. And I didn't get no stimulus. I didn't get no checks, no EDD, no nothing. I didn't get anything. So what I was doing was I was teaching people through like Zoom. Yeah. I was linking up with my sisters now that are called the Councilwomen. So we were like sessioning, making sure like we want what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. Yeah. Because of course, like then the COVID restrictions kind of started coming out a little bit, but you still wanted to be safe. Yeah. So we would have classes outside in a parking lot. Yeah. People would come give us like $5, $10. Me and Boomer do clown workshops. Yeah. We did that. And then this was crazy. I actually ended up getting stuck with my mom during COVID. It was so weird. I got sick and I was by her house and I called her. I know I got COVID. Yeah. So I got it the first go round and I remember calling her and I was like, I'm by your house. I do not feel good. Can I just come over for a second? And she was like, yeah. So I came over, ended up getting super sick, ended up going to the hospital, ended up getting COVID, ended up getting stuck with her for like 5 months. Mind you, having lived with her since I was like 14.
Because of the shutdown and
so I'm grown. Yeah, shut down. I had to, there was nowhere to go. Oh. And I had COVID, so it's not like I could go to my friend's house. Like, I don't want to be with my mama. Let me come to you. But it's like, we don't know where you've been, what you've been doing. Yeah. You might get sick. Yeah. So she took care of me. And that was weird. It was so weird. But also put me in a state of like, okay, Storm, now you're grown. Let's figure out a healing, forgiving situation. Let's see how she's been doing. Maybe I could talk to her about what it was like to have kids, give them away, what it was like to relapse, what it was like to figure it out. Like maybe this is the time for us to talk as adults. We tried and it didn't really go well at all. And that's where it kind of like was like, I'm cool on you guys. Yeah. Come 2021, like it was over with. Cause I was just like, I think I wanted an apology, or I think I just wanted like just some acknowledge it. Like, yes, this happened. Yeah. I was in this space. Yeah. I didn't know how to go about it. I had you. Yeah. I was single. I had stepdad. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. You have to go through that. What can we do now? Yeah. It was more so like, get over it. It was the past. And I was like, oh.
Now, you know what? That's one of the, don't get mad at me. That's one of the worst things you can say to someone that you've traumatized. At the very least, acknowledge the stuff and then try to want to work towards some sort of reconciliation. But get over it. I hated those ridiculous words. Because if I could get over it, I would be over it. Give me something that's going to help me heal. But get over it? Wow.
It was the past to get over it. And I think that also, of course, I know that a lot of trauma bonding was happening with relationships and friends. And I didn't know how to react to certain things because I'm still going through that as a kid. Yeah. So I'm just like, dang, all this is going on. All I need you to do is just help me, ma'am. Help me. But she was still doing what she was doing. My stepdad was still doing what he was doing. And then they lived in a studio. So the studio was probably like the size of this, like just this area.
So just this room is about, I don't know, 100, 200 square feet.
Yes.
Is this particular podcast studio.
So she had a bed in the corner. She had her bathroom. Say that was the bathroom. Yeah. And then the kitchen, of course, everything's exposed. So I was living there. My stepdad was living there. She was living there. And then my brother ended up coming because he was getting kicked out where he was at. So we were still grown doing these things. I'm sleeping on the floor. They were sleeping in the bed. They had like these like couch cushions we would get out and put them on the floor. Me and my brother would sleep on them. Yeah. Crazy. So I'm just like, we're still in these times. I'm not feeling it. I'm not liking it. I'm grown enough to make a decision. I love y'all, but we're not growing anywhere here. Yeah. Can't mess with y'all no more. Yeah. It's cool. I got it.
Gonna shift.
Got to figure it out. So figured it out. Luckily, Boys and Girls Club helped me get my first apartment. So I had my first apartment in Hawthorne.
Did that feel?
It was great. I had to finally tell them, like, I'm homeless. I don't really have nowhere to go. They're like, what? You're one of our best staff. We love you. We've been knowing you since a kid. We're going to figure it out. Yeah. So they figured it out, got me through this program, got my first apartment. Then from there, that's when I was like bouncing around. End up moving back with my godmom 2022. And then I ended up moving back with my godmom. And I was like, I just need like a year and I'll be fine. So she's like, you good? Like, as long as you pay rent, like, I know what you do now. Like, you doing your thing. Yeah. And that's when I got the call for Super Bowl. And I think that like kind of...
Hold on a second.
It was crazy.
Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Times.
So wait a second. You going through all of this.
Yeah.
And you get the call. Now you got to tell them what you do, baby. Because we haven't even talked about that.
I know, because we're going to get there. Yeah, it's a typical question. Yes.
People like to ask.
Yes, wait, before that, though, I
understand the bigness of what she just said. You got to understand it. Because all you know right now is she's been through hell
ringers
7 times. And she came out not even smelling like smoke. But I'm telling you, she just said, I got a call for Because
I'm like, I'm still going through life. But before that, I'm sorry, before I brought that in, before that, my first job like in the industry was BET 2021 with Meg Thee Stallion. Mm-hmm. And that was fun, you know. That was big. And I was like, what? Like, cool. And then
So when you say your first job, you just danced with her? Or
I just danced. Okay. I just danced. Okay. So at that point, I was stepping into the industry. So before that, I was still clowning outside. Everybody knew me, getting all the love on Instagram, had the followers, whatever. Cool, that's fine.
You built your platform.
But built the platform. People knew me already. But now it's like I need to relive my life, reinvent myself in this world. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I get called for the BET.
Hold that.
Yes.
Hold that.
Yes.
One of the scariest things for people to do.
Oh, I have to do it 3 times.
Reinvent themselves. They will keep going with what's comfortable and familiar.
You can't.
And they will not reinvent themselves, especially when it means it's going to make you level up to the unknown and unfamiliar.
You have to learn again.
It's a scary thing. You got to start all over again. But one of the beautiful things that you just said, that again, if people will allow themselves to take this kind of risk, sometimes you just got to close the book. Like, okay, as far as I can go with this one. And open up something and just re-script or craft the life that you actually want.
Yes.
So you're saying that in this moment, you Meg Thee Stallion did the thing.
I'm like, it's time.
Platform, and then close the book. Okay, done. Got it. Now.
Yeah. Now we're 2022. I'm living with my godmom. Mind you, I was living there and then I left and then now I came back because I'm like, it's a lot of stuff going on. I just need a little help, time, cool. So I've been living with her, cool, still doing like mini jobs. So like still doing videos, showing up for people, maybe doing like a movement direction, but not really getting paid for it. Just being background, dancing in people's music videos for low rates and things. And then I get a call from, at this point, the homie D Smoke. So D Smoke was somebody that I already kind of knew and we were already trying to like get to know each other and just like he's respecting my craft, I respect his. He called me, I missed the call. Quick inner story. I have endometriosis. So outer line of the uterus things, all that's terrible. Yeah. So at this point I was going through it. Yeah. D Smoke calls, phones. I didn't see my phone. I was with a group of people that I used to be around and they had my phone and they're like, I know you're in pain, but D Smoke called you, want me to answer? And they're like, well, he sent you a text. So he sent me a text and he was like, hey, I tried to call you. My friend Fatima Robinson is trying to get in contact with you. Yeah, shout out to Fatima.
Let's go.
Love you. Fatima's trying to get in contact with you. So I've heard of her name before, of course, because like you're working with all the legends. You are a legend, all the things. But like I also very secure in what I was doing in LA. So I'm just like, okay, like it's the industry, like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard things about it. I don't want to get into it. I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm scared to get into whatever they got going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. It's bigger. And I'm like, I'm good where I'm at. Like I'm clowning, I'm teaching, I'm doing what I'm doing. It's cool, doing my videos. I got it. But then I'm like, when I heard her name, I'm like, nah, like Fatima. Like, that's insane. So then we end up getting on the phone. She's like, hey, I've been seeing your videos. I love your videos. I love the family function barbecue videos you've been put together. You're amazing. And I wanted to call you about one of your dancers from the video. And it was a little girl named Blossom. And I was like, yeah, like they're like, Dr. Dre shows interest in her. She's like, oh, my bad. She was like, the Super Bowl's coming up and it's a West Coast Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Snoop, and da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, wow. She was like, and we're thinking of Blossom. I said, you want Blossom? I can go pick her up. What you want me to do? Like, I can get her to you. What do you need? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I'm trying to see if they're like kids do it this year. Usually they don't, but I just wanted to put that in your ear so you could put it in your mom's ear. She's like, but also too, I wanted to see if you wanted to be in it and if you wanted to choreograph. And I was like, what? And I was on the phone. I said, and then I told her, I said, I'm actually in a lot of pain right now. I don't know how I'm on the phone with you. I'm actually about to go to the hospital. The ER, the paramedics came and they're literally standing, like all this is happening. So I was like, I have to call you after this hospital visit.
Literal storm.
Literally. And she was like, no problem. Feel better. Call me back tomorrow. So I was like, say less. Mind you, was in the hospital the whole time crying in pain. So I'm thinking in my brain like, oh my gosh, I have to call Fatima back. Oh no, the day can't go by. I have to call her back. So they're like, Storm, just call her tomorrow. So I called her the next day and had my medicine and stuff. And she's like, yeah. So I'm starting, I think it had to be like September, October. She was like, yeah, next month I'm going to start auditions and I want you to be there. She's like, I want you to teach a piece in audition and see if they could get it. She's like, it's real West Coast. And I would feel crazy not to get somebody that represents LA in a way. She was like, so here we are. I want you to come. I'm like, say less.
Done.
Yeah, she brought me in. We did auditions for the Super Bowl, which also I feel like everything was happening so fast. So I was just like, oh my God, we're here. So I got there. I thought I was auditioning.
What yourself when you know the pace shifted? Like you went lightning speed.
I just adjusted.
Now you gotta talk about that, sweetheart, because sometimes people are used to doing 55, but when the door of opportunity opens, you now have to go 90. It's like the tsunami comes. And then this is the analogy I use. The tsunami's here, and you got two choices. You ride the wave, and it's gonna be an intense wave, or that thing is gonna crush you. Either way, you only get two options. It's a tsunami. So you release yourself into it and you just roll with it. Or it's going to break you. It's going to crush you. So what do you do? Because you just, tsunami just presented itself. Tell me what happened in you before you tell me what happened around you.
In me, I was like, okay, cool. This is different. It's happening. I have to do it. So now I have to adjust what's going on around me. Like my every day is going to be different now. So I'm just like, okay, I can't hang out with my friends past this time. I need to be in the room training. I need to write down what I want to do, how I'm going to adjust it. I need to figure out my schedule.
Say that again. I be saying to people all the time, say that again. I had to write down.
Yes, I have to write down. I have a journal. I have to write down in my journal and I have to figure out what I'm going to do on my Monday through Sunday. And I had to stick through it though. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure out, I had to eat breakfast. I had to wake up early enough to get myself together so I'm not rushing out the house and being like anxiety out the game, trying to figure out my life. But I think everything that started happening, like she emailed, texting, emailing, we're going to do this at this time, this at this time. Then we start rehearsal at this time. It's going to be for this amount of time, this time. So I'm like, okay, not only am I dancing, but I also have to put my big girl panties on and just hop into it with her. Because at this point,
time manage and then
like I was, and it was still COVID. So at this point, when jobs started coming back, they're like, COVID test before you walk into the site. So I'm like, oh, that means I really can't hang out. So I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, we're going to a party. We're going here. I'm like, love y'all down. I'll be at the house.
Did you get any blowback from that?
No. They were just like, oh, okay. And mind you, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I'm a good girl. I'm like Miss NDA. Like I abide by NDA even without signing it. Like I respect people's craft and I respect what's going on. So I was there.
You're rare.
I was just like, oh, I'm doing something I just can't talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm just really busy right now, so I just can't hang out.
Good friends that understand that.
Yeah, because at that point, I think I shedded off the childhood friends and the friends I was hanging out with. Sure. Now I'm into like the friends that understand, and they're also a part of the industry, and they're dancers.
So they get it.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, we already know. Yeah, they're like, no said, it's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can hang out with them. Yeah. Like they'll come to the house. They'll still have the mask on. I know that we've only been around each other type of thing. But it was just I had to adjust to it very quickly. And then the audition came and I thought I had to audition because she was like, I want you to dance. So I got there ready to audition. Yeah. Like I stood into the crowd with the dancers and she was like, what are you? She was like, you if you want to just to practice choreography, I know that you don't do choreo, you freestyle, but if you want to do it just to practice choreo, you can, but however, come over here. You should. Yeah, come over here.
Okay. So I've had moments like that where I show up thinking that my posture is here. Mm-hmm. And then someone says, oh no, Miss T, you should, we want you over here. So, but that's always been their reasoning for me being in the environment. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that postured myself over here thinking like I belong with the masses when you've been the leader, you've been the innovator, you've been the pioneer, you've been the creator, you've been the professional the entire time. And then it's something in you. Did it click in that moment? Yeah. Did you see who you really were in that moment? Like, oh, got it. Noted. Yeah. And then you built forward from there.
Yes, from there. Yeah, she allowed it to, like, she allowed me to figure it out in my space. It wasn't like, it didn't give like bully or it didn't give like I was scared to do it. Yeah. It was just like, oh, come teach this C-Walk choreography, come teach this LA stuff, like you know what you do. So I was like, well, I don't have made choreography already. She was like, freestyle. Put music on and I freestyled. They recorded it. And then I was like, from there, I was like, okay, now I can make this choreography.
Thank God for Fatima.
And then I taught the boys and then we picked the boys together. And then it just happened from there. And people were telling me on the side, like, do you know what you just did and who you're working with? Like, people literally cry and fight and scratch nails to opportunity to get in the room with her. But yeah, that was a moment. I think it was a moment for me, of course, 360 because of the football. Yeah. It was a moment because she allowed me to become the leader that I felt like I already was doing, but it was like stamped. Like, oh, you choreograph. Like you can choreograph your style. You can be a freestyle dancer and be in these places as well. So that also put me in a space for like, dang, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'm doing it. So the process was dope. Meeting the artist, she was very hands-on, like, hey, Dr. Dre, this is Storm. She's choreographing for you. Hello. Because, usually it's like you have the choreographer, you have assistants, you have all the things and the pieces, and they just take that. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, I got my people doing what they got to do. But it was like, these are the people that are helping make this happen. That's right. So that was super dope. So I love her for that.
You have to experience the part, because I find that sometimes people, they want to work with T, they want to work with Fatima, they want to work with Storm. But what they don't realize is there's a group of people.
It's a lot of people
that work with these visible individuals. And if you only want this, you're missing this. You want to learn how to work with a team.
A team.
And there's a whole team of individuals, creatives, people that organize, people that travel, people that make sure you're eating the right things, people that look out for you.
It's very true.
A whole dense team. And I find that there's a lot of individuals in this game.
There's a lot of individuals.
And they don't understand that.
I don't even like that.
You need a team. And then you should be building
a team too. And that's what inspired me too. I was like, okay, cool. Like they have Dubs. I love Dubs. Dubs is amazing. She has Tiana, like all these people in her team, they all do different things and they all help. And then I realized like she's grooming me to do everything. Like I'm like, yo. So I got to do a lot of jobs with Fatima after the Super Bowl. God is good, bless, love you down. But yeah, she taught me a lot and she's still teaching me a lot. And I've reached a lot of places and things and TV and shows with her. And it's just cool to have that female mentor.
Another mentor.
Yes.
So, okay, talk about the importance of mentorship and then how is that built into your conglomerate?
Mentorship, I think is really important. I actually went through a lot of mentors. Like I said, mentors, but also too, I had maybe 2 women. One of them was my first ever dance teacher, Miss Ebenesia. Love you down, still to this day. She's funny. I told this story too about how there was a teen center, 13 years old. You had to be 13 up to be in this teen center, but they had a dance team. I was 8 and 9 at the time. So I used to be sneaking by the door listening to the music, listening to the T.I.s, the Yang Twins, the music going. I'm like, this is lit. I want to dance to this. Why can't I? She like, teens only. Like, you can't come in here. Teens only after school. And I'm like, what? So I just be by her door. And I remember she caught me by her door and she was like, what's up? Like, what are you doing right here? And I was like, I want to dance. And she was like, you could dance. I'm like, yeah. She's like, how old are you? I was like 9. And she was like, no, like 13 and up. She was like, but come in. So then I danced and she was like, oh, okay. And then there was only like 2 of us that were able to be with the teens at that point and up. So she literally seen me for me and let me be me. So Miss Ebonisha. And then I also had someone else that I thought was a mentor, which you always go, like, I feel like everyone goes through that. Like, it sucks, but it built me and it made me stronger. Cause I'm just like, dang, like, I thought you were here for me. I thought you wanted to help me. It gave more like, it gave that this person couldn't change me or add on to what I had because I already had it. Yeah. So it was like, oh, I can't really change her and make her who I want her to be.
Take you in.
Yeah. Control me. Yeah. I think that's what happened. So then weird things started happening and I started realizing and I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. Like, I don't even want to be here. I don't like it. So yeah, it sucks. But I feel like I have to go through that though.
You got to keep in mind, and this is what I tell people that say they want to get in the game. You got to keep in the mind, you trying to go to Hollywood or New York or one of those places, baby, them things is infested with sharks. So
the biggest ones.
Swim with the sharks, fight the sharks, get away
You're not
from
going to
the
last.
Sharks, beat the sharks. You won't last.
You won't last.
And so when they present themselves, I tell them, don't be afraid of it. Just learn tactic to deal with it, beat it, and then move on.
Yeah, I have to move on.
Because you want the acclaim of the industry, but just know you jump into that, you swimming with the sharks.
Yeah.
So you gotta learn how to deal with it. And it's not fun, it's not pretty, but it is what it is.
And you also can identify the feelings that you felt. So now when you meet people, you're like, oh, I don't know about that. So I had to go through that. And then I have Boomer, of course. And it's just really important to have that because, of course, like they came before us. They learned differently and they instilled things into us differently than that. That's probably a way that I like. I like that. I don't like the like a babying thing. I like very hard. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let's train. Like teach me the wrong and rights. Teach me how to speak to certain people. Teach me how to build relationships, keep relationships. So that's really important. And then also too, I didn't know I was mentoring. In my brain, it's just happening. I'm just doing things. I'm just helping people. Yeah, I'm like, hey, can you come with me to go teach? Can you be my assistant? Hey, I can give you this. Hey, wait, I heard you were going through this. Do you want to talk about it? We come over my house. Let's talk. We don't even have to dance. I won't even have to say anything to you. You could just talk. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I hear you. Because sometimes it's all about just hearing somebody. It's not about just responding, you know? So that I'm doing that and I have mentees now and I'm just like, it's so beautiful to see. And like, they're just like, yeah, like I'm doing this now. I'm doing this. And I'm like, yeah, girl, like come perform with me. Yeah. Like I take them on BET. Like I have my mentee, her name's Ayana. She's beautiful. She's 23. I love her down and she just reminds me of me in so many ways. Like I just like, girl, that's me. Like the way you attack it, that's me. Like yes, eat down. So I was able to do a lot of jobs with her and just like one also just me and her, like me and her dancing behind the artist, her coming on BET, me pitching her like, oh, if I'm doing a big job, I'm like, oh, if you guys need any other dancers, she might not be all the way in the industry like as a choreographed dancer, working dancer, but she can be and she can catch on. So I'm always pitching her. We have Anaya, she's 13. She dances with the Divas of Compton. I love her. She's so great and she's just like, she's a firecracker. She be having her little attitude and like now she's growing up. So it's just funny to see. And I remember I did, I got the call for Squabble Up. They called and they were like, we need a kid. And I said, oh, you called the right girly pop. And I said, who has been like really working, putting in the hours, doing what they do?
Hold on a second. Because you got to say that again. Because sometimes people think it's because they're cute and they little and they can do some choreo.
No.
And that ain't it. When
putting in the
your
hours.
Directory, you look for the ones that was showing up, that was bringing
every
it,
time,
that's consistently working
every time
hard for it. Don't take a downtime when the 5, 6, 7, 8 start. They give you 100%. So you scanned your network and
I scanned it
for that specifically.
Yeah,
you know most people miss that.
No, they miss it because I could have easily just been like, oh, let me get one of my favorite dancers that be getting off here and there. You know what I'm saying? Or let me get the one that I've been knowing since they was 8 and I just be coddling them all the time. I'm like, no, I have to go through it. Like I'm not going through the one that I was with for the past week just because I was with them for the past week training them or getting a private. No, I'm going to get Anaya because Anaya's been working since she was 6 years old and I see it. But yeah, I was like, Anaya, off the bat. I was like, Anaya. And he was like, okay, well, give me Anaya's mom's number. And I text her. I'm like, you're about to get a call. And it's going to be great. I can't tell you what it's for, but it's going to be amazing. Just say yes. And she was like, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be ready. Yeah. So when we were on set.
Oh, my God. She trying to make me cry in here. Show.
We were on set and Anaya didn't know we were on set 4. She comes. She's ready. She's like, I'm ready. I'm like, cool. I'm like, well, all I need you to do is freestyle. I don't need you to do no cry. Just freestyle. Be you. This is what you do. Yeah. This is what you do.
You give me chills.
And her mom, like her mom allows me to be me and be that person. Like, even though they already have their staple in LA and staple in Divas of Compton, they win shows, competitions, like they are that out there. Yeah. But she still allowed me to be like, she's not the coach. She's not the mom right now. Like she stood back and she's like, let's storm. So I'm in Anaya face. I'm like, you about to dance. And mind you, nobody knew what the song either because they had a fake song because he's really, really protective over his stuff. So he played a fake beat. Yeah. So everybody's like, this weak ass fake beat. And I'm like, yeah, but this is what it got to be. So I'm like, Anaya, just dance. Like, don't even think about it, just dance. Yeah. So she's dancing and everybody's like, woo. I'm like, yeah, she's one of them. And then the director was like, actually, I think I should let her hear the song because I was the only one. They ended up giving me an earphone, like a mic on my ear while we were shooting. Yeah. So I heard the actual song. Yeah. So I was like, okay, E. And he was like, you think we could trust her? Like, she won't say nothing? I'm like, most definitely. Played the song. She heard the voice and she was like, oh my God. And I was like, girl, yes. And she was like, I'm about to cry. I was like, no. You're about to get off. Yeah.
You about to get it.
Ate it up, did it. I was so proud. I was so happy. And I was like, I'm about to cry. Like, I was back there like, yes. And she was eating. And just like to have that moment with her was beautiful. And just to call her and let her do her thing. Like, I wasn't like, yeah, we got it. Because they told us we have to do a scene together. And I was like, nah, like, let her open. So she's the one that opened the music video. Yeah. So I was like, nah, don't put the shot with me and her. Like, I have my little thing already. Like, let her do her. Yeah. Like, what? So just to have that moment and her just being like, thank you. Her birthday was the next day too. So she was just like, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, you came and did your thing. So just to have those moments and just to be there for her in those times and for her to reach out and just for me to see her grow from there, it's like so cool.
But you don't even know. Like, I think that sometimes you can give somebody a moment like that, but she'll be able to pull hope from that one moment for the rest of her life.
Yes.
Will nobody be able to tell her nothing because she did that thing. Mm-hmm. She showed up. Somebody believed in her and saw her and gave her the opportunity to shine and rise.
Yes.
Like, that's credited to your account. So I think about the things like when this is all said and done, like you can scan the landscape of your life, your parents' life, your grandparents' life. When this is all said and done, do you get the thing that says, do you get the words that say, well done?
Yeah.
Like, do you get your well done?
Yeah.
And I think you paying it forward, giving back, pulling up, however you want to classify it, you figured something out. Mm-hmm. One, you mastering the game in a way that it doesn't make sense. So when I hear people argue about, oh, well, I can't do this because of this, man, you really eliminate any excuse for anybody that's not achieving their goals. Like you can look at your life or even, look at somebody like me and you be like, oh, I can't make it because, and then you just like,
that's
you.
That's the excuse. Yeah.
Like, that's it right there.
You
so
don't
really
have
do a lot of elimination by way of that.
The
other thing that's beautiful, and again, I see you. I respect you. I see me in you. We had some conversation before and I was telling you I'm 52, about to be 52, doing this stuff. And it all started from just the street dance. Like, we didn't know. We didn't know it was a thing. We just out there trying to die. Like... we didn't know it was a thing. It's what we did after school because we didn't have no playground equipment. Like, we had the basketball thing, but no hoops because somebody stole it. So we just on the playground, just, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. We didn't know it was a 5, 6, 7, 8. We didn't know this routine. We just we doing steps. You know what I mean? So it's like, so watching you, and looking at the way your life is unfolding, there's something to be said about the people who will just show up and put in the work and make the decision that I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it different, but I'm going to do it better. And then I'm not only going to do it better in a way that it works for me, I'm going to do it better so that somebody else has it better.
Yes.
And so I appreciate that about you. Okay, so we're going to land this with 2 questions.
Yes.
Number 1, what do you have to say to 8-year-old Storm who knows she's living in the thick of hell. She's not sure about her future.
No.
What do you have to say to her?
I'm going to say a little Storm. I'm happy that you just kept going. Like you kept going no matter what.
Yeah.
Like just like whatever you heard, whatever you felt, whatever happened to you, you kept going. You loved music so much that you just had to play it and had to dance, had to be the person that was dancing at the family functions in front of everybody. Like, yeah, I can dance. Come on, you guys want to see something? That was always you, and you never changed who you were, ever. Like ever. Even when somebody tried, you still were like, nah, I don't like you. I'm not feeling that. Like, I'm gonna do me. So I'm just very proud of you. I'm proud of you. I love you. I'm glad that things happen, because I feel like if none of those things happened, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know, people be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have went there, or I wish I would have never. And I'm like, nah, like all the steps had to happen. All the sad steps, the mad steps, the depressed steps, they all had to happen. So very proud, very proud. Yes. Because there are a lot of kids that I deal with now, and I see what they're going through at home, and I see the no dad or the no mom or adopted or had to get into the system, no money, no food. And I'm the one, like, they're DMing me on it. You know, it's possible to get to you now. So, hey, Miss Storm, can I get $10? I didn't eat today. Here you go. Hey, we give back. My manager, Lauren, she has a nonprofit called We Grow LA. And we give back to families every Friday at the Slauson Swap Meet. Free food and free groceries.
Well, tell us how to get a hold of it.
Yeah, so We Grow LA is on Instagram. We Grow LA, literally how you spell it. And everything's attached there, and you can see all the videos we do with the people.
Somebody give you money?
Oh, you go to We Grow LA, and then they have the website, and then you just click the website and you could donate. Or if you feel like coming back down to LA, you could just like buy food and come give it out, give it to us. We'll give it out. We just like to give, because I see a lot of that, and I see a lot of kids in the crowd, and they're like, we watch you. Can we take a picture with you? Oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah. So I just love like sharing my story, and I can't wait for a documentary to come out, just so like people can really like know and see and hear, because it's just what you see. Like you go on my Instagram and you probably like, oh, everything's good. Yeah. Like she's good. Like she came from this family. She's lit. She's doing everything. And I'm just like, guys, still dealing with a lot of things, you know, and just like trying to figure me out and in my adult body, in my adult way.
All right. One more question. What do you want to bless future Storm with today? Like, what do you want to speak over her today, 10 years from now?
Strength. Like, just keep the strength on you and just expand. Like, I want to expand strength. Keep like loving on your people, get your team, keep your team strong. If you need to add, that's fine. If you need to subtract, that's fine. But just staying true to yourself still, and being that person that everybody can go to. Like in a way that I can also help and also like really give for real. Because I feel like I'm doing it on a smaller scheme, but like with what I have now, you know, but just building my business and keeping my business and expanding my business and being able to have something like you have here. I think it's beautiful here. And I'm really blessed to be here. And it's like motivating me to like do more. Yes, to like do more. Because like I said, people just have dance studios. Yeah. They don't have a place where like, say if somebody doesn't want to dance and they do want to be a rapper, or they want to be the next Picasso, or they want to be a singer, they can come here. If they want to do podcasts and they love talking to people, they can do these things. They can come to this space and feel loved and wanted and have the space open for them to come to do these things. You know, a lot of people suffer from that, and they don't know how to get to that. They don't even like to ask, you know, like, can I come dance? Like that is hard for a lot of people to do. Or, hey, can you teach my daughter? I don't have no money. Yeah. Actually I can. 100%. What's the deal? That's a hard yes. Yes, it's a hard yes. So that's definitely in the works, and I know it's going to happen. I just want to keep going and just having the people around me and being able to be there. Yeah, like be there. Come on.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Sweet Tea Time. I hope you were as blessed as we were to have the storm in the building. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. but I'm going to let you close us out.
Hey, y'all. You can find me on all the things. Storm Debarge on Instagram, and then everything's attached there. Of course, like and subscribe and watch this episode and watch anyone that comes after. And I know she has some already, so you can watch those as well. But I think I always love to say to continue to be you. Don't let anybody change you. Don't let anyone tell you how your path is going to go, because everybody's path is different. Don't let anybody tell you no. You can always figure it out at the end of the day. It's possible to do whatever you want to do. Trust me, I'm literally a walking testimony. I didn't think that I could be in an industry with what I do and my specialty. It's hard, and it still is hard. I'm still working. I'm still learning as well. And it's okay to keep learning. You don't have to be like perfect and like, oh, I already know all that. And it's like, no, we're learning every day. We're meeting new people. We're figuring it out. So just love yourself. Find a good camaraderie around you and people that actually love you and care about you. And really know that it's hard and you have to go through the motion. Like, life changes a lot, and it's okay. As long as you love yourself and you care about the people around you, and you just have the power and the strength and the faith and believe in God and whatever you believe in. So yes, we are done here.
Okay. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.